I try to put things in the context of our audience. Obviously, I have opinions about lots of stuff, but if we made games just based on my opinions, they would be a lot different. So usually what I do is I look at the game and I think about what is a typical player or an atypical player likely to experience when they go through this. And if I feel that it's not going to be a positive experience for the majority of the players, then I start talking about like, should how we've constructed this be fundamentally different? Should it be something that's optional, like you can toggle it on or off? Should it be something that's part of level of difficulty? And these are all the things that really go into it. Because, for example, I remember on Deadfire, story mode or story difficulty is the kind of goal there is the player really shouldn't be able to die. That's the high level goal. It's like even if they're really just barely clicking properly, they're supposed to be able to get through things. And I got a bug about how disintegrate, if used by a friendly on another friendly, could kill that character in certain circumstances. And one of the devs commented on the bug and was like, why do we even have things that can permanently kill a character in the game? This is so ridiculous. Who could ever like this? And I explained, well, our more hardcore players, they like the element of danger that sometimes they could be outright killed by something. It's not common, and it's not something that they can't prevent, but it exists in the game. For those players, that gives them a level of excitement that they feel is lacking, because if you go back to the Infinity Engine games, if you hit 0 hit points, that character was dead. So in contrast, Pillars is actually much gentler. So to bring back some of that tooth, we have these abilities in there, but I said, I'll make sure that our AI only uses those on the highest level of difficulty. So people who are playing on story or relaxed, they're never going to get disintegrated unless they disintegrate themselves. But for the players who are on veteran or Path of the Damned, there is that element of danger there. So that's how it comes down, is to think about the different types of players that we have and their experiences going through it. Another example is the beginning of Deadfire. It's a balance between what if you're returning to this game after having just played through it to get your fresh save and you know everything in the game, or you have never played Pillars of Eternity 1 at all and you don't know anything. Those are two very different perspectives. Or there's a third perspective, which is like, I played about half of Pillars 1 about 1.5 years ago, and I don't really remember it that well. So it's trying to think about like, well, if this person comes in, what's their experience at this person? So it's really, I don't think about things objectively, nor do I think about them from my own perspective. I try to think about the audience, and I try to talk about that, that range of perspectives with our designers, or with any of our developers, is to make it less about what I like, or Adam likes, or Bobby likes. It's really about our audience. Because when we step away from our individual opinions, we start talking about what really matters, which is the people who are going to play it.